We're here today in Frankfurt, Germany with Felix Stroder, who's the Head of Innovation and Development at Riese and Muller. And we're going to talk about the 2026 model year. I'm really excited to see what's coming up and all the updates that are on all of these bikes around us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kat.
Yeah.
It's nice having you here. Maybe we can walk through to the charger and start with that.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's do it.
First of all, I would like to start with the Charger5. This is one of our brand new bikes. The Charger, it's a well-known product from Riese and Muller, and it was quite a design challenge to make a brand new product out of it without losing the iconic shape. And you can still see here that this iconic kink in the rear triangle, and this bike is still recognizable as a Charger.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of efforts and we did a lot of nice new features. For example, if we start in the front, we now have a very clean, seamless look over here. Head tube area, it's out of a gravity casting part, no welding beads. The transition into top tube and to the down tube, it's very sleek, and you see a smooth surface for the whole front triangle. We have a nice position for the charge port, so it's very ergonomic. Just take your charging plug it into the bike, and the bike gets charged. Afterwards, you can just close it. Next, very nice thing, and I like it the most of that bike, is the new battery cover. It's out of aluminium. It has a very nice lock mechanism. You can take it out. It's very robust. You can put a bottle cage onto it. You can put a range extender 250 onto it. It's painted in the same color like the frame itself. And if you have mounted the range extender, then you can just connect the cable to the charge port on top of the bike. Superdelite and Homage 5 that we designed this multi-drive motor bracket area so that we can use a Bosch drive unit and a Pinion MGU. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's not available in the US. Here with the Charger5, we also have this multi-drive concept. In Europe, you can get the bike with a Bosch drive unit and also with a Pinion drive unit. So that's quite cool.
So I think now is the time that we get out in front of it. We know our US viewers are really interested. Unfortunately, we don't have news that it will be coming to the US anytime soon.
But also with the Bosch system, now we have a performance upgrade available. So the default setting of the drive unit is 85 Newton meters, but you can upgrade via the Bosch Flow app to 100 Newton meters and 700 watt peak power. So that makes the Bosch system more powerful.
More robust.
You still have the transmission in the rear of the bike and the engine around the motor bracket area. It's different to what Pinion is doing.
One thing that is really unique about this motor system and the ability to change it is this is going to be an update available in the app, and it's something that you can change back and forth from 85 Newton meters lower up to 100 Newton meters. By doing so, you can kind of experience different amounts of range as you're riding. So Bosch and Riese and Muller both take into consideration the individual rider and use case.
So while we are talking about individual needs of the riders, we can also talk about what we did on the geometry. So we widened the range, and now you can ride the bike from 1.60 meter up to 2.10 meter rider height. So I think that's also quite nice. We still offer 4 different frame sizes, but we widened the range for the riders.
Wonderful, wonderful, yeah.
The Gents frame is available in this nice slate gray. We have magnesium, which I will show you later on a mixer frame, and we have it in pine. Charger is an all-rounder, so you can use it for commuting, for leisure. You have different drive units available, like the core models with PX drive unit, CX up to 100 Newton meters. You can receive this bike in different transmissions, like a regular derailleur. Vario with the Enviolo automatic is available, and also the high-end or the premium product roll-off for all the people commuting long distances or commuting a huge amount of mileage per year. You can adapt it to the needs that you have.
So for our customers, that is many of you that would be interested in this type of product. So yeah, we are super excited to bring the Charger5 into our store and see what you guys have to say about it.
Then I think we can walk to the next model, which is the Nevo5.
Let's do it.
Ja, könnt ihr mal...
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
We are the 2 heaviest guys here.
So here we are at the Nevo5.
Yes.
This is the touring model. Why don't you tell me about it?
We had the challenge to make it still recognizable as a Nevo, highlighted by this L shape.
All right, well, Eurobike is starting. We'll invite you into the experience.
Now in English.
And then after that they say it in Spanish and other languages.
Yeah, so we have this iconical L shape with this two-tone color again. So in the past we skipped that, but now two-tone painting. So the rear triangle is a little bit in the background, and then the L shape comes in front of the design. We also have this multi-drive concept. So the bike in Europe is available with Pinion and with Bosch. We also adapted some features that we saw on the Charger already to the Nevo, like the charge port here on top, so a very ergonomic position. Battery cover is very similar. And one thing I forgot to mention at the Charger, we moved the battery takeout position, so we can now do it upwards, the same as we do always at the Nevo. So this is very ergonomical as well. It's a lot of demand for a pannier rail, this new carrier design. So the carrier is highly integrated into the overall frame design, so you cannot recognize that the carrier is a separate part. No visible connection area. You can load the carrier with 27 kilograms, MIG HD profiles, so it's approved for child seats. And you have now additionally this pannier rail, so that you can use pannier bags, and the top deck is still available.
What sizes are we looking at in this model? I know in the States, typically we offer this model for some of our shorter riders.
Now we have 40 centimeters, 45, 50, 55. We tried to enlarge the range as well with this bike, eliminated the 26-inch wheelbase, and we have 27.5 for all 4 frame sizes, but we still have a very comfortable bike.
And I see a suspended seat post on here. That would also be for comfort.
Yes, yes, definitely. So you have on both bikes, Charger5 and Nevo5, a suspended seat post as standard equipment, gives a lot of comfort. And you have adjustable stem, a cockpit that integrates the display, and you can adjust the angle of the stem as well.
And I'm sure our viewers are noticing the color.
We have 4 color options. This one is ice blue. It's a matte surface finish. We will have slate gray, which is the same color we saw on the Charger. So if anybody is thinking of a couple, the woman is buying a Nevo and the man is buying a Charger, then they can have also the same color with slate gray. We will have pure white and we will have ruby red.
Felix, why don't we check out the new Superdelite?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's move it on. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're standing next to the Superdelite, model that we launched last year already. But this year we have a new color called Shadow. It matches very nice with this model, especially in combination with the pannier rack. It looks like coffee racer, so it's very dynamic and sportive. It has 2 batteries, 800 watt hours in the down tube, and then here in this bag you have additionally 400 watt hour battery, so in total 1200. Now with this performance upgrade that is available from Bosch, really nice fit, so you can use it with a 28 miles per hour bike and you have a wide range. I think this is a real nice bike, especially for the US. I think we can move on with some of our cargo bikes. For the Carrie, we modified the motor bracket. Now the Bosch unified interface. We are now able to use the new Bosch Performance Line PX drive unit, which offers 85 Newton meters torque, and you can upgrade to 90 Newton meters torque. And I think that was highly demanded by the customers to have more torque on the Carrie. If you have a lot of cargo inside or 2 children, a little bit more torque is needed.
Gives you a little bit more of a boost going forward.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Suspended seat post as standard equipment, and we also upgraded the light system. So we have a Supernova Mini 2 front beam, and we have Supernova taillight as well.
And I see this model is showcasing 2 children's seats. I believe now there is a dog carrier available.
Right. So this bike is equipped with a dog kit. So there is a cushion inside for the dog. There is a hook that you can fix the dog.
Look how comfy that cushion is.
Yeah, it's very comfy, I think, for the dog.
You know, it's interesting that this model has brought in a lot of requests for dog owners specifically.
Yeah. One additional feature for children and for dogs is we can now
this is
open
a very
up
nice feature.
the side so that they can enter by themselves.
Wonderful. Really cool. So again, the thought that goes into the details of these bikes is really something incredibly exceptional.
And if we're talking about details, in the past you always had to use both hands, unlock the locking mechanism, and then to open up the box. Now we removed the spring of the locking mechanism, and you can just open the mechanism with one hand, and then you can go to the door and open it up. And that's highly demanded, especially from parents, because they have one child on the arm and then they have only one arm or one hand available. So now they can easily open up.
And this model is in the coral color. This is different from the lava color.
Yes.
Yeah, it's similar, but it is definitely different.
So I think we're done with the Carrie.
Yeah,
finished.
so.
We can move on to the Multitinker.
So we're going to talk about the Multitinker2. This is definitely a Propel fan favorite, so I'm really excited to hear about the new upgrades.
So the Multitinker is one of our long-tail cargo bikes. It's dedicated for families, for the family usage. You can use it like shown here with two children, older one sitting in front and then the smaller one with a baby seat. But you can also have it with a safety bar kit. And one thing that we changed for all of our cargo bikes is that we now offer bundles, like
package,
a cargo bundle, family bundle, dog bundle for the Carrie, as we saw, and that makes it a little bit more easy to configure the bike to your needs.
That's definitely one of those small details that Riese and Muller has taken into consideration through product data research and understanding that products are usually sold together. So let's bundle it and make it slightly easier for the end user to purchase it. How about the weight capacity on the rear rack?
For the Multitinker, it's 65 kilograms, same for the Multicharger. So you can put a lot of weight onto it. Quite nice. We now also have the suspended seat post as standard equipment. That's also very comfortable. You all know that we have adjustable stem. So it's a one-size-fits-all concept. From a small woman to a tall man, the whole family can ride the bike. And we analyzed all the data, the sales data for the Multitinker and also for the Multicharger, and saw that a lot of people choose the option of the front carrier, the cargo front carrier, the bigger one. And so now this turned to standard equipment. So
Wonderful.
all the bikes are standard equipped with a cargo front rack.
Yeah, that's excellent. Awesome.
Additionally, we have two new colors. Here you can see olive. It's a green tone. And in the background, you see lava, which is also a very nice color.
In Riese and Muller's history, there were some more bold colors. So bringing back some of the bolder colors, I'm seeing a transition at Propel where more people that are not cyclists, not bike people, are seeing the utility of these types of bikes, especially the family bikes, and they're purchasing bikes. So colors are becoming more of an important factor. The technology, of course, is very important, but we have a lot of moms that might not be so interested in some of the more technical aspects of the products. But with Riese and Muller, you know you're getting the most quality product that exists. To have that and to have color options and to have options that really speak to every individual, it's exceptional. It's something that really makes the brand what it is.
Thank you very much. The bike is still available in two other colors. You can get the utility gray and can combine it with curry matte carrier, so it's a nice color combination. But you can also get utility gray frame with black matte carriers, and petrol is also available with black matte carriers. So a huge variety of colors is available now, and I think that's very nice. The most important thing we did on that model is to modify the motor bracket interface, because now we are able to use the new Gen 5 cargo line drive unit. This gives us the possibility to also use this performance upgrade for the Multitinker as well to 100 Newton meters. And we launched a family model. So this is equipped with a PX drive unit, and it's pre-configured with a family setup. So
Wonderful.
Attractive price point due to a less performance-oriented
Lighter,
drive unit, and a price benefit because of the pre-configuration. You can choose the color, and then you're set and you have your bike and you can go into that cargo lifestyle.
So what drive systems are available on the Multitinker?
On the Multitinker, we have a regular derailleur system, what we call touring. We have a silent version that is equipped with a Shimano 5-speed, and we have the Vario version available. Huge variety, and you will find the bike that fits to your needs.
Felix, I see some weather protection over here on this model. How about we take a look at it and you tell us some more about it?
Let's go over there. Last year we talked about already the upper part of the weather protection. Now you can also see the lower part. A reminder that it is possible to open up the upper part, and now you are able to place your children into the baby seats very easily. You don't have to
do the worm.
Yeah, do the worm to bring them into the baby seat. So very convenient. And now you have this lower part so that also the legs are protected against rain and mud. You can use it as kind of a bag as well. With this lower part, there's also a tarpaulin standard equipped. Really use it as a storage that saves all your cargo from the weather. So that's very nice.
I also think that's something excellent to highlight, that it expands the life cycle of the bike, and the use case is that once your kids are older and have grown out of the bike, you can still use the bike for storage and cargo.
The upper part is always combinable with 2 child seats, so you can just put it down, and then the kids are secured from the weather. During summertime, you can also open up and use it as a sun protection. We have these UV protection for the windows.
So you can see it seems slightly tinted. There's a little bit of protection from the sun.
Yeah. Okay, so you can put it flat, and then cat is visible.
Here I am.
Yeah, and you can use this upper part as a weather protection for your cargo. So you don't need the tarpaulin in case you have this combination.
And so the top piece can be taken off the bike, and you can just use the bottom portion.
Yes. One additional topic I would like to highlight. With this new motor bracket, we modified the charge port as well. So we have now this flippable charge port that we already know from the Superdelite. And if it's needed, you can use the range extender from Bosch. You can put it into the bag, and then you just need to take a cable and connect it here. And then you can have 625 watt-hours plus additional 250. So
how about we continue on with the cargo line, and maybe we'll check out some loads?
Yes, let's go to the load.
All right. So I'm sure many of our viewers are very excited about all the new colors. I believe this is Arctic Blue.
Yes.
Really a statement and a beautiful color, and I think it's going to do really well.
Here we are standing next to the Load5. Here we have a very similar situation. We updated the motor bracket area so that we are able to use the cargo line and the new speed drive unit, that we are also able to give the opportunity to the customer with a performance upgrade. I think for all the cargo bikes, it's real good opportunity to boost the torque and to boost the peak power to 700 watts. We have a US special option that you can buy the bike with 1 battery, 800 watt-hours.
Oh, wonderful.
You can buy it with 2 batteries, 1,600 watt-hours in total. But for all the people that are not really decided, do I need 1 or 2 batteries? We will have a dual battery ready option. The harness, everything is prepared to carry a second battery, but you don't have to decide yet.
Wonderful.
Do I take the money for a second battery? You can decide later on.
I personally am also a Load owner, and once you get into riding and you see how much you're riding, there is opportunity to upgrade. Being stuck with 1 battery when you sometimes need to, it's not always great. So
here at this bike, you see our standard equipment is with a coil spring. This is the just plug and play setup. But if you want to have a little bit more sensitive riding dynamics, if you want to have a little bit more comfortable feeling, then you can opt for the performance kit. Then you have a air suspension, and then you can really fine tune the behavior of the rear swing. Very comfortable, and you always have the best riding condition in terms of riding dynamics. With the performance kit, Here you see the air shock. You can pump it to the pressure that is needed for your weight, for your riding behavior. And you can do the same with or nearly the same with a front fork. And then it's perfect setup for you. It's very, very comfortable and safe. And as we are talking about safety, we also added another safety feature as standard equipment. It's a dropper post. If you are reaching to a traffic light, go down with a saddle height, you have a safe stand. Even if you have 3 kids in front that are playing around, you are always safe on the ground. Then you can properly start to pedal without,
and raise your seat.
And then you can raise the seat.
Yeah.
So that's adding
And
a
it's
lot
all
of safety.
by the flip of a switch. It's really, really simple.
Yeah.
And
Another feature that is optionally available, the Magura integral brake system. It's basically a valve that is connected to the front and to the rear brake. And by using the rear brake lever, I actuate the front and the rear, and it's a 50-50 share. It adds safety in terms of reducing the braking distance because both brakes are working, but it also reduces wear. We have a lot of customers, high wear on the rear wheel, and the front wheel brake is brand new. And now you reduce the wear and you add safety because you will reach a shorter braking distance.
so do you think it fills the gap in a user who may not know which brake to use when, so making it a little bit more smart, I would say?
Yes. So you don't have to think about which brake do I have to use, is cargo in the bike or not, use one brake lever, and you don't need to worry that the front wheel will block first. It will always be the situation or the case that the rear wheel will block first, so no need to worry that you slip away with the front wheel.
We also know that there's the ABS system from Bosch. Are these two systems compatible, or would you choose one or the other?
Not at the moment, so we offer only one or the other. Technical-wise, it's possible, but I think it's two different stories. So the ABS is preventing the blocking of the front wheel in a straight riding condition. So if you are commuting every day in autumn, in winter times, then probably the ABS is a good option because
Slicker roads, wet roads.
Yes. If you are maybe in an area with different weather conditions, or if you want to add safety in general, you can go with the integral braking system because this will, in every condition, will give you performance on both brakes. Benefit of the ABS is with a regular e-bike that it prevents from lifting up the rear wheel or to flip over the front wheel. But with a long john cargo bike, it's physically impossible to flip over the front wheel. So if you are a newbie on cargo long john bikes, the integral braking system is from my point of view, must-have. So here with the Multicharger, we have a new color called Desert, always in combination with the black matte carriers. We still have the utility gray in combination with black matte carriers or with curry matte carriers. We have petrol with black matte carriers, and we have white with black matte carriers. We also modified the motor bracket so that we can use the cargo line for the family version, which is pre-configured for the family usage. We have the PX, so attractive price point with a little less power on the drive unit and pre-selected equipment so that you can choose the color and the frame size, because the Multicharger is available in 2 frame sizes, 51 and 47. For the family usage, a recommendation from my side, the low step-through model, because then you don't kick your foot into the kids' faces.
Unless your kids are misbehaving, then get the standard model.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
All of our portfolio is on the Gen 5 drive unit, so we can offer the performance upgrade to all the bikes. That was very important for us this year. And then we modified some small things.
And can you tell me the length difference between the Multicharger and the Multitinker?
Due to the small wheelbase, at the Multitinker, we generate space for the rack so that we can place 2 child seats easily. But here with the Multicharger, you have the benefit of the bigger wheelbase, so you have different riding behavior. So if you do, for example, use the bike for daily commuting and only sometimes bring your kid to the school or kindergarten, probably Multicharger is your way to go.
Yeah.
The Multitinker, if it's dedicated for this
Family,
children
kids,
or
yeah.
family usage, and then the Multitinker is the way to go.
Great.
Yeah.
I think that's really helpful for our viewers who are deciding between models. And on that note, we've talked a lot about families, and our audience is a lot of families, but we are getting more and more people who are just interested in carrying their cargo by bike. There are more people that are understanding this truly is the most efficient way to get around. And so I think the Multicharger over here really showcases a little bit of the cargo carrying capacity for non-family cargo.
Yeah, so there are, again, two possibilities from my point of view. The one we saw on the Multitinker with the weather protection below is available for the Multicharger as well. So
Wonderful.
you can use it as kind of a bag, but there are also two bags available.
So if you're interested in the roll-off system, you may be more interested in purchasing the Multicharger versus
Yes.
the Multitinker.
Yes.
Because the Multitinker, the roll-off system is not available.
Not available, yes.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, who knows. The Multicharger you can also use for bike adventures, and you can use it for daily commuting. You can use it for carrying a lot of cargo stuff.
More versatile.
And it makes sense to have it with a roll-off. Here, it's a short distance usage most of the times. And so we have derailleur, we have the 5-speed gear hub. And yeah, I think that's the difference in between those models. It was a pleasure to show you all the new products, and I'm really curious how your community will react on those products.
Yeah, so I think this is a great opportunity for our community to share in the comments what they think about all the new updates to the products. And as you can tell in every product design and detail that was considered, Riese and Muller is really listening to user feedback. So please provide that, and they'll continue to iterate and make the best products available. I have to say, this might be a little odd, but there are some apples over there, so I really would like to take a little bite of an apple, and let's go have a snack.
Let's go have a snack.
And you know something really interesting about Europe? The produce here is exceptional. There's really something special about the fruit. I have been eating so much fruit. But you know what? I'm getting energized because I'd love to go test ride these bikes.
Yes, test the new Charger, the new Nevo, test especially the integral brake system of Magura. Then afterwards you can tell me what's your impression, what's your opinion about the new stuff.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.